Okay. I change lives. I create my future. I use amazing products. My team is my family. My work spreads hope in the world. doTERRA pays farmers and growers fairly. I am leading my own business. I am unique and powerful. I change lives, one drop, one person, one community at a time. You guys, let all of this kind of sit with you. I'll post this in the biz group for you to come back to, but like, I really want you, like, I'm getting teary. And if you know me, I come off as kind of tough, but I'm really not. But I really want you guys to sit with this, the power of these simple statements and how profound they are and how true they are. We change lives, and not just the lives of the friends and family that we share these oils with, but we change lives all across the world in countries where people are living off of $1,000 a year. I mean, if you guys came to convention last year and they brought out those farmers from across the world, I mean, it was just what a profound impact that we're making. That connects to that doTERRA pays farmers and growers fairly. You are in control of your future. You are leading your own business. You are blessed and using amazing products. This team, this team is your family, and we want everyone to feel that. And I cannot stress this enough. Yes, you guys, making money is a great thing. Nobody's knocking it. We're in the business of selling product. But we are not leading with, well, we are leading with the product and not the business, but we're leading. I want us to stand out because we lead with our community. We lead with integrity. You know, I don't know how else to say this, but as we bring in more and more people, I want us to ground ourselves in this. You are all unique and powerful. Don't get entree envy. Don't get builder envy. And we're going to talk about strengths tonight. Don't get strengths envy. You are your own unique and powerful person in this business. We can all learn from each other, but ultimately you get to go out and you get to blaze your own trail. Okay. And we are changing lives. And I just thought that this was such a great summary of the amazing work that we get to do as wellness advocates and sort of as people that get to go out and share these amazing oils. So, Marissa said, amen. I got some hearts over here. Thumbs up. Danny said, this is the why, integrity. I cannot stress this enough. If anything, if people come across you or this community, or say, I want everyone to know that our small little team out in the Pacific Ocean that spread some seeds, across the United States and whatever, that's what we're about. Education and integrity. Okay. The money is a bonus, but honestly, Marissa said the money is a bonus, but honestly, I love sharing doTERRA's power. It is it's life changing. Okay. All right. So I'm going to actually flip flop my topics because I feel like the personal growth thing fits a little bit more with what we just talked about. So I want to just talk a little bit about personal development and growth. When I first started building this business, it was the thing I did not do. So I had this much time. You will hear this in the podcast I've done for doTERRA, in my Diamond leadership interview. I had less than zero time. Don't ever come at me and tell me you don't have time, because nobody got time. You don't have time. You make time. For anything that's important in your life, you make the time. Okay. And so, personal growth when I started was what I didn't make time for because I was doing all the pipes things, preparing, inviting, presenting, enrolling, supporting. Those were the things that I did. And I have to be okay with that. I can't waste time thinking about the things I didn't do. But I will tell you this right now, that in the last 2 or 3 years, a major part of my up leveling and continued growth lies in personal development. So here's the good news. First of all, you might be like, what the heck is personal development? Personal development is anything that makes you a better person. Okay. It's anything. It's those of you that, I look at Tosh and her team, those of you that show up every Sunday now in your living rooms, that's your personal development and personal growth in one area of your life. And that's powerful, you know, um, podcasts, books. It doesn't have to be all about doTERRA products. It doesn't have to be all about business building. It has to be something that helps you to up level, whether it's your mindset, whether it's your skill set, whether it's your tool set. What are the things that you tell yourself up here that either make you kick ass and take names or cripple you to the point where you think, I can't do this. I can't make new contacts. Nobody wants to, get oils from me. Those of you, my fellow educators, I'm not getting the test scores or the distinguished or whatever it is. Your mindset, you want to always be working on. Your skill set, which doTERRA, for your doTERRA business, your skill set is like you have everything that you need, right? To hone in your skill set, which basically means developing your skills. Those of you that are listening to Daily Mentor Call, to me, that would be almost skill set professional development or personal development, because she's teaching you how to sample, how to invite, right? And then tool set, which personal growth and personal development and tool set should actually happen too. Like today I had a bunch of mini builders calls with new builders looking at their back office. To me, that's a form of personal development and growth. Just like not wanting to get stuck in prepare of pipes, you don't want to get stuck in one area. So you don't want to just do a bunch of mindset training, but then never work on your skill set or your tool set, because those are important in this business too. I would agree though with Kanani that mindset is huge and is really fundamental. You will fail in this business if you, one, give up, or if you, two, tell yourself that you're going to give up, or that it's too hard, or that everybody already uses doTERRA, or the bazillion and one other things, or you have a good, other people are going to flock to these other influencers. You know what, you guys, people out there don't have that we have? I don't believe that everybody has a community like ours. And I'm going to tell you straight, I am friends with a lot of leaders in Hawaii. I'm going to tell you straight, I know for a fact they don't have a community like ours. Okay. So that's what sets us apart. The integrity, the education that we provide. Lots of teams provide education. I will say that. But in terms of, what we have, and remember, a no now doesn't mean a no forever, and let people go where they want to go. If somebody doesn't end up enrolling with you and chooses somebody else, that's their path, that's their journey. Wish them well and keep looking for, the next person to share with. And darn it, I am recording. Okay, good. I was like, darn it, I forgot to record again. But at least we're live in Facebook Builders Group. Okay, so I just want to talk a little bit about personal growth. So let's talk, where can you get some of this personal growth? Do you have to spend hours of it? No. Okay. doTERRA podcasts. Let's just talk about those. They have two types of podcasts. They have business podcasts and they have product podcasts. Now, I am a total Apple user and I get lots of you aren't, but I'm pretty sure there's I don't know if they're on Spotify or other types of avenues, but I would guess they are. I would guess that they're not solely. There is, what was I going to say though? There is, so those of us that just attended like doTERRA's Leadership Live, right? All of that is personal growth. There's a ton of, if you listen to any podcasts, you love any podcast, drop them in the chat right here. Let's just drop them in the chat right here. I know people love Ange Peters, Whole Fit is one that Ashley Kemma mentioned. Yeah, there's so much. Michael said YouTube. Yeah, if you went to be that diamond, act like a diamond, do the diamond things, lead like one. Yeah, she said someone said it on YouTube. If you want to be that diamond, act like a diamond, do the diamond things, lead like one. Mata said Brene Brown. Kanan said power calls, share success. Share success, I think, is the power calls. Janice said she just watched one on Molly Dayton. doTERRA has tons and tons of resources out there. If you're on Facebook, which many of you guys are, follow doTERRA Business. There's a plethora, but it doesn't have to be doTERRA related. I don't want you guys to feel like it all has to be doTERRA related. I do want to share my screen again and pull up the Facebook group because I want to show you guys where in the Facebook group I've gone in. I normally don't have this many things pinned, but I went in to pin a bunch of things because of this call so that I could easily access them. Mom, I can only see you right now. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can see me on the builders page? Okay, awesome. So you guys, the announcements part of the builders page. Oh, you know what? Stinking Facebook totally I cannot see it all. But here, I just pinned this one. We're going to talk about this next. Here, which books have you read? This was a list I got from somebody else. At each level, if you're working on getting elite, pick up one of these books. I highly recommend GoPro. Super easy read, all about networking, multi-level marketing. Okay. If you're going for Premier, honestly though, you don't have to read them in this order. Okay. Silver, we're going to talk about Strength Finder today. You guys invest in Strength Finder. It's what doTERRA uses as a building block. It's called Clifton Strength Finder. I will show you guys what it looks like. I'll go Google it after. I highly recommend taking your Strength Finders test, finding out your 5 top strengths. I know Tasha and Christy and T all just did it, but you can also unlock all 34 of your strengths. It's about $40. It's an investment, but I think it's well worth it. You can unlock your top 5 if you buy the book. You can just get the book off Amazon. I really want to almost say this is a requirement for everyone. And if buying the book is more than you can financially afford, reach out to me and I'd be happy to help you get that book so that you can take the Strengths Finders test and really truly learn about yourself and what makes you tick so that you're not worried about what strengths you don't have or the things you don't do well, but you can really live in what I call your zone of genius, which I did not coin. I can't remember who has, but there's another author that has coined this idea of being in your zone of genius. So this is pinned. Okay. This is pinned. These are just some. There's so many more out there. Here again, there's some bonus ones. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I came from a school that's a 7 Habits of Highly Effective People school. I really do love all of those habits, and I use them at home a lot. So you can see this is a very extensive list. And then here's a tip I did, posted builder tips that I thought was really phenomenal. And then we're going to come back to this daily habits one. Unfortunately, when I'm on my phone, I can see all the announcements. When I'm on my laptop, it only lets me see the top 2 or 3. But that was just an idea of things that you can do. I wanted to talk about strengths though, because it's really important that you know what your strengths are, so that you can kind of really live there and not focus on the things that you can't do. Not to say that we shouldn't always try to be getting better, but it was really interesting. Tasha shared with me her team taking it and their strengths. And I don't even really know Christy, but now I know about Christy that she's a super relationship person. Her top 5 strengths live in the relationship domain and the strategic domain. And it was interesting because Tasha was strategic domain as well as influencer, which I am influencer as well. T was influencer, and what else was T? I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, they both had 2 stronger domains. of their strengths. And I am actually, if I look at my top 5, I have 3. You know what? Let me pull it up. I feel like I'm a little unprepared, but that's okay. I'm gonna pull up and share with you guys. So let's see, Clifton Strix. I'm gonna put up an image for now, and then we can kind of work backwards. So here are the 34 strengths. Okay, no, that's not what we want. I wanted to just pull this up. There we go. Okay, so there's 4 domains: executing, influencing, relationship building, strategic thinking. And then these are the various strengths that fall under there. And doTERRA has a ton of resources for, like, they have a whole guide building based on your strengths. If you looked at my top 5 strengths, 3 of them, my top 3 are all influencer. My first one is significance. Another one of mine is activator, and another one is communication. Okay, so those are my 3. But what's interesting, and then I have 1 relationship building and 1 executing within my top 5. But when I unlocked my top 10, I had 3 executing, 3 relationship building, and 3 influencing. Some of my relationship building ones, I just talked to Fraser about this today, are actually harmony and positivity. I would say that this is true with every group of people except my family. Okay, so moving on. But it's really important to me that I create a space that is, or, and relationships that are harmonious, that people feel good and happy and is positive. But if I had only looked at my top 5, I wouldn't have recognized that actually I'm kind of I definitely mostly the influencer, but I also have very strong executed relationship building. Now, my number 10 is a strategic thinking. I think it's futuristic, but then that's it. Most of my strategic thinking lives in my bottom of my 34. Okay, so this is just an idea of what the Strengths Finder tells you. But it's really, really, really powerful stuff. Basically, it's an assessment that you take and you just don't overthink it. You just answer the questions, and then it gives you your top 5 strengths if you buy the book, and then you have to pay a little bit more to unlock your top 34 strengths. Okay, I'll go back to this stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about personal development and growth. Even if you can only do this much, if you go walking by yourself, put in some headphones. If you're driving in a car, which I know a lot of us don't drive as much anymore, I do a lot with like when I'm working in my office, or if I'm like washing dishes. Okay, fine. I don't really wash dishes often, but when I do wash dishes, I'm too busy working, you guys. My husband has to wash the dishes. But just we all have little pockets of our day where even though we feel like we're really busy, we can turn something on and listen to it. You know what I mean? So, okay, so I really just wanted to take a minute. Let's stop. Let's talk a little about professional and personal development. Anybody want to share a favorite book or favorite resource? I'll read some of this with you. So Fraser said Whole Fit Talks and Jasmine Star Show on podcasts. Marissa Santos, yes, for sure. Rachel Hollis is great. She actually came to one of our last leaderships. She's not doTERRA related. They did hire her to come to our last leadership retreat, but just really like personal growth stuff. I read her book, Girl Wash Your Face. Cami said yes, Rachel Hollis. And then Kanani said, I love this. When you exercise, whatever you choose, and listen to a podcast, Dave Hollis is pretty funny too. He has his own Instagram too. And here's the thing. A lot of you guys I know are on Instagram. You could just find people right on Instagram. A lot of people do stuff just on Instagram. Christy said the videos on doTERRA that explain all the strengths are spot on. So doTERRA, they've done a whole series of strengths. I think like even in their product, in their business page, they post every like week or so, they'll post like and highlight one strength and talk about it and how it relates to the business. They have videos about them. If you just Googled doTERRA Strengths Finder or doTERRA Strengths, all the resources will come up. The challenge is that you have to find out what your strengths are. There is a pin post about all of this in the Facebook group. You know what? Let me try to find it for you now. So you guys can see. I swear I prepared tonight, but I feel a little unprepared. So this is how I use our Facebook groups. I typed in strengths. So here, this is when I was at leadership when we first did our strengths, and I took pictures by all my signs. But then here it is. This is a pin post, and I put it. Why didn't it pop up? Oh, there we are. Look, there we are live. Isn't that funny? Okay, that was weird though. Why didn't that come up? Oh, here. I gotta click on the post, not the group. So here it is. This is, I pinned everything. Haven't taken it yet. Get the book and the test code here. Make sure to check out this site from doTERRA for the many ways to use these strengths. And here are some doTERRA insight cards. So look, once you find out your strengths, here it is, you guys. There's diffuser blends. I'm activator. I know I will be judged by what I get done, not why I say what I say or think. This is why I'm a huge do shit, don't talk about it kind of person, because I'm an activator. Like, I believe that I have to take action because that's what needs to be done. So activator partners will work well with strategic people and analytical people. This is awesome because this is not my strength, right? Here's a great blend. Oh, I'm going to try that. That looks really good. And advice from a strengths coach: avoid acting simply for activity's sake. Be clear on the purpose of your actions. So there are those activity cards. There's a whole website from doTERRA that's dedicated to your strengths. Here, get the book and a code, get the assessment, use your strengths, learn about your top talents, grow your business. There's everything that you need. I highly, highly recommend investing in this, okay? Yes, Zaysha, 5 Love Languages are a great book. Free test online. Think this is so important. I know my husband's love languages. He knows mine. That doesn't mean he practices them, but that's fine. At least he knows, right? I just was talking to a friend who needed some support with her spouse, and this was the first thing I said. I said, "Do you know what his love language is?" And she's like, What is that?" You guys, it's important that as you build your teams, you know what your team's love languages are. It's really critical that you know, and I would definitely do that with your spouse. Kanan said it's funny because she's strategic first. Many of you guys are. I think Kate is strong in the strategic domain as well. But she's also strong in the get shit done domain. I forget what that one's called, but that one too. Tosh said YouTube has a ton of great videos on strengths. Oh, yes, Adrian, how to win friends and influence people. I actually just got done listening to that on audiobook, and I listened to the version that was like updated for the digital age, which I think is really pertinent now where everything is online. Yes, Audible books are incredible. Yeah. Okay, so I want to move on from personal development and growth and the importance of that. Sorry, I didn't give anybody a chance to talk. I'll shut up. Go ahead and mute yourselves. Everybody put it in the chat. Michael, go for it.
Yeah, our pastor had us do the strength finder test before we got married, and it was great for both of us. I mean, we kind of already knew what we were good at. We were together for like 10 years before we got married, so we should know each other a little bit. But I think when I saw your post again, we went and dug up those books, and it kind of like helps you to know what to focus on and what things to just let it go because that's not your strength, and that somebody else in your team will pick it up. So yeah, that one was really good. If I have a question though, if you have the book, I think it only came like with a top 5. How do you get the rest?
So there is, if you go, so I have the Gallup app on my phone.
Okay.
And it allows you to unlock the rest for, I think it's $40. But I'm pretty sure that website I linked will let you do it on there too. Like,
do you have to put in your code from the back of this book and then
No,
just
I don't
download it?
know. I don't know how that
I'll
works.
just
Here,
try it then.
yeah, yeah. See, this one is get the book in the code, and it actually directs you to Amazon. But I wonder if I can log on to my Gallup account here. But I love that you shared that. That's awesome. Anybody else want to share anything about? I don't want to spend time like here.
Share.
See, do you see where there was that link, Michael, for unlock the 34 by Clifton Strengths 34? Yeah. So I just Googled this one. And then what's really cool is I have an app and it actually gives me suggestions, like as a leader, like things to do and things not to do based on my strengths. So it's really cool. All right, we have gone a little longer. So I want to wrap up tonight by talking a little bit about DMO. DMO is an acronym that stands for Daily Method of Operation. And a lot of people will ask on our team what we do that's so that makes such a difference. And I really believe we learned about daily habits a few years ago. I really believe that it's these daily habits that are truly aligned with pipes, presenting, inviting, preparing, enrolling, and supporting, that are what make us or help us to be successful. So this uh, idea of daily method of operation or daily habits is 2 new contacts. So adding 2 new people to your names list, 2 personal invites to learn more, 2 follow-ups. So maybe it would be somebody that attended a class that you're following up with, or somebody that you sampled that you're following up with, or even somebody, I consider these like people I've enrolled as well. Like I put lifestyle under overviews underneath this follow-up branch. And then 2 business conversations. Okay. And basically the idea is this success schedule. Every day I'm going to do these 2 things. And the questions that are going to guide me is, who will I invite to a class or 101? Who has attended one I can follow up with? Who is enrolled with that I can help better understand the loyalty rewards program? Who is using the product, whom I will talk to about it? Who is building the business, who that I can support? What will I read, watch, or listen to that will help me grow as a leader? So that goes back to the personal growth. And then just weekly tasks, attending team calls, talking to your mentor. You guys should be doing weekly success check-ins or at least twice a month. Teaching classes to 2 to 5 people. In your guys' case, a lot of you, it's just getting people to classes. And then attending monthly trainings and presentations. A lot of teams don't do weekly biz calls. I'm really glad that we do, but that's kind of where that came from. And so I just wanted to throw this idea, and then this is pin post again. Aaron did a great short 30-minute video on the daily method of operation, so you can go check it out if you want. But a lot of us do have DMO groups. So I have a DMO group with my leadership team, which includes Kate, Kanani, Frazier, and Aisha. And we send our DMO, which basically means every day, well, we shoot for 4 to 5 days out of the week where we send what we did that day, what we accomplished for our business, income producing actions. What's so great about this is, 1, it helps to keep us accountable. 2, it gives us great ideas. I get great ideas from my leaders. 3, as the leader, I get to see and pinpoint areas that I might need to step up and support. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to have a DMO group with your direct upline. Actually, a lot of people suggest having DMO groups cross-line instead, because sometimes if you're doing it with your upline, you might feel some sort of pressure. I kind of feel like there's benefits to both. So Kate has a DMO group outside of the one that she does with the leadership group. Kanani has a DMO group. I think Aisha just started a DMO group. I made a list of who had one. So I wanted to just talk to you guys about it and encourage you, if you are a silver leader, maybe even a premier leader, you might want, or anything above, which is, you might really want to consider starting your own DMO group, or at the very minimum, being part of a DMO group. Okay. Now, I can see that there are for some people, this just isn't their jam. But I think it's really important to keep track somehow of what you're doing every day to support your business. So this is just something that I wanted to encourage you guys to learn more about. If you don't really have a team to DMO with, let me know and I can connect you with a DMO group, if that's something that you would like to do. But here's the thing. You want to DMO with oh God, what was I going to say? You want to DMO with people. That's always a good thing, to DMO with real life people. Oh my God, what was I going to say? Okay, anyway, so if you wanted to get into a DMO group, let me know. I will probably send you to your leader. Oh, what I was going to say is, you want to DMO with people on your team that are wanting to build or saying they wanting to build. Because you guys, if they're not DMOing at least 3 or 4 times a week, they don't really want to build. You're not really building this business unless you're doing daily income producing actions. And do you have to do it every single day? No. Do you have to do it? If you are in that, I just want to replace my product category, you guys, you could get away with DMOing once or twice a week. If you're in I really want to start, looking towards supplementing my income, you should be DMOing 3, 4 to 5 days a week. And if you are in the I want to replace my income, whether or not you're still working a job or whatever, you should be in the DMO group solidly for really minimum 4 days a week, 5 to 6 days a week. Okay. And I don't care where you want to be. Like, that's your personal growth goal, and that's all good. We accept and love everybody. But I just want you to be realistic that sometimes you don't get the results you want in this business because the lack of income producing actions isn't there, right? It's all connected. It's all linked. It's all tied. So, Fraser said, don't forget to sign up for Oil Games at oilgames.com. That's so funny. So did Michael at the same time say that. Okay. That is a way to be accountable during this Founders Club. But you know what? Even if you're like, I'm not sure about this Founders Club thing, you guys are all in Founders Club. Whether you want to be or not, as an advocate, you're in Founders Club. So you might as well kind of take advantage of the opportunities and the professional growth that's given to you through things like the Oil Games. Even if it's not in your head that I want to be a founder, at least take advantage of the things that can help to further your business, like the Oil Games, okay? So just text me on the side if you don't have a DMO group and you want to get one. But like, obviously, this is something I've kind of talked with a little bit with Tosh. I know that they're totally up leveling when it comes to having builders calls and stuff. So this is something that they'll, maybe consider. I'm definitely not telling anybody you have to do this. I highly encourage you guys. Janice says she appreciates DMO. She learned so much from everyone on it, and it helps me reflect on what I am and what I need to do. As long as you don't take it as everybody else is awesome and I suck. If you're gonna have that mindset around DMOs, you're screwed. But then again, you're screwed in general if that's gonna be your mindset. What you want it to do is be this, act as an agent of action for you and spark some inspiration as well. Michael, you wanted to share something?
Yeah, I have a question. So for
Yeah.
Oil Games, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're pairing us in kind of like a DMO group with people who are in your current rank. So if you're a premier trying to go for silver, you're talking with people who are premier from other teams. So you have that like cross-line communication. And then you have the support because you guys are all going through the same thing. Is that correct? This is my first time doing Oil Games.
This is my first time doing Oil Games, so
Okay.
I have no idea. I would highly suggest checking that out for the accountability and the support, and still doing a DMO with your team though. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of nice. It's kind of like what I was talking about, where there's no pressure. I hate even saying that because I would like to think I don't put pressure on my leaders. You know, they show up because they want to show up. This is their business. So I feel like you could double dip though, right? If you're doing the DMO with the oil games or a version of it, then that can be the same stuff that you share with, you know, Cami and, you know, Lauren and the builders on your team as well. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. That was a lot. Sorry. Okay, so if you want to get in a DMO group and you're not in there yet, reach out to somebody or reach out to me if you don't know, but you probably know who to reach out to. And please share if you're listening to a podcast or a book or you found another great resource, share it in the builders group, you guys. We have so much to learn from each other. I try to do my very best to provide content for all of the groups, but the best learning truly comes from you guys, from your hearts. Okay. All right. Let's take our picture real fast. I gotta clean my camera real quick. Oh, by the way, I mean, this is a thing of my past, but I absolutely love this guy. His website is Oils Be the Sh, and this one says love the herb, and I have a oregano. Oh no, yeah, oregano, thyme, and rosemary bottle on it. It's so cute, and I have. Don't worry, Aisha, you got one coming, sister. And I have a rose bottle one that's super cute. So he's just like a dude that builds doTERRA. He's on Instagram. I've tagged him a bunch of times, but anyway. Okay, so let's take our picture because I got distracted again. Okay, smile. There's two screens, so everybody keep smiling. Okay. Okay, second screen coming at ya. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right. I had a bit of a potty mouth tonight. I apologize if any children were listening. As usual, thank you guys so much for showing up for yourselves, for your communities, for your business. I'm going to go and post that image that I just shared tonight. Whenever you are feeling amazing about this business, whenever you've enrolled and brought somebody in, whenever you've nourished a customer or made a new connection, I want you to read it. Every time it feels hard, every time you think about quitting, every time you just feel like it's not going the way you want it to go, I want you to go and I want you to read it. Okay. You are creating magic, and we are so, so, so freaking grateful for all of you. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Thanks, Liza.
Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate you guys always showing up.
See you later.
Bye. Good night. Yes, that Dare to Lead book, Mata, is so good. I think she left already. But Mata, I think you're so on. That Dare to Lead book, I listened to that on audiobook too. It's so good.
Yeah. Thanks so much. I really appreciate your time tonight. You know, I don't really have I get a chance to make a lot of the calls, but I'm really grateful that I got to catch this one. Thanks for
I'm
everything.
so glad. And we record everything. Well, when I remember to record, but we do record everything. And we're just so grateful that you were able to join us. Congratulations on your latest enrollment. And thanks for sharing all those resources with us.
Yeah, of course. And I've just been trying to find my own path and how I'm sharing and everything. I'll turn my video on. But you know, I look a mess. That's why I didn't want to turn my video on. But yeah, I've just been really excited just because, you know, I've been with doTERRA for a long time, just using it. And it's my first time actually trying to build. And the pandemic is really interesting. Just, you know, it creates a lot of opportunity at the same time, but it's just an interesting little avenue of how we're trying to work together as a community. So I'm really grateful for the community.
I can't agree more. And it sounds so strange to kind of say there's no better time to start this business, but now I think people's up-leveling and awareness of taking control and having just a little bit more power and say in their health and their wellness and their well-being, like that has been elevated, and it's not going to go away. Like health and wellness and well-being and emotional stability is not going to just disappear tomorrow. So just keep doing you, and just keep sharing from your heart and just keep tapping into the community. Tasha and T right now they're feeling it, and you guys could not be on a better team, right now to just ride that wave. I always say, you only fail if you quit, and you have so much other creativity that you bring to the world. So just find the ways that it naturally fits.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Yeah, have a
See you
good
next
night.
time.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God. I thought I had what I wanted to say clearer, but it wasn't very clear tonight. Oh, I'm still on Facebook. Hi, everybody. Wasn't very clear tonight. I'm going to stop Facebook.